Do you want to hear a scary story about clowns? Welcome back to my studio again. Here we are again in my tiny little studio. It's filled with not only ships like this one, but also other memories. For example, this one. What is this? Well, this is an image of me being handcuffed by clowns at a circus. Now that's a story, isn't it? This was long ago, back in the days when there were still these shabby circuses that toured around the Swedish countryside. And we went to a show. It was the worst and shabbiest circus I've ever seen. You could hardly hear what people said because there was a diesel generator standing outside making noise to produce some electricity for the few lamps inside the tent. The presenter was so uninspired that he didn't even say welcome. He just said, well, we'll start with some horses. And at some point in the middle of the show, there were some clowns. I hate clowns. I find them quite scary. And these clowns started to clean up the manege. And then they went out in the audience and I started to laugh because I knew what would happen next. I knew that they would go for me. And they did. They grabbed me and brought me out there under the big tub. And they told me to hold their jackets while they were cleaning. Meanwhile, from behind, some other clowns approached with a door. And they put it just behind me. And then the clowns in front of me were like pushing me, so I fell backwards. And then suddenly they handcuffed me to that door. So I was handcuffed there, and another clown came with a black bag and pulled it over my head. And just before the sack was over my head, I could see that there was a clown with some knives standing in front of me. And the next second I could hear doof, doof, doof. They removed the sack. I looked and saw the knife sitting next to me. And of course I understood that they hadn't thrown those knives at me. I was supposed to look scared, but I just laughed. I laughed and laughed, but maybe because I was scared. Eventually, the show was over, I was brought out and they removed the handcuffs. They didn't even say thank you, but they did give me something very valuable. They gave me a great memory. So remember, be afraid of clowns. They are scary.